Hello, everyone. This is Ivan with Create Your Future. I am a certified life coach. And for those who are new and don't know me, I've been a coach with Create Your Future for a couple of years now. I decided to take a break from creating content because I wanted to expand my knowledge in order to reach to a broader audience. I'm always seeking to learn and change the ways that I coach because, we don't want to stay stuck in the same thing over and over because we're ever evolving. So, through several courses and certifications, and also taking lectures, I was able to get a lot of perspectives and actually utilize them myself. And I've seen such a growth in career, opportunities in general, relationships, finances, and just how I feel about myself, which I think is the most important thing. And I'm so excited to be sharing that with all of you. But I wanted to do this first video with a success story from an incredible friend. And the reason we usually talk about client success stories because that's what resonates with you. But I wanted to share a story because I've always wanted to work with someone who was very limited or even had no idea about like the law of assumption or Neville Goddard or all these techniques or a lot of like awareness work. So I've always wanted to work with them to kind of see how easy it is, because people who know so much information sometimes get stuck because there's this and that, and it's like, am I doing it right? Am I doing enough? And so they just get oversaturated with information, which then it doesn't it frustrates them or feels like this sense of like, am I you like am I doing it right, or is this working out for me, or frustration and nervousness because the information. So working with somebody who had no idea of a lot of the things that we talk about was perfect, and the perfect opportunity showed up with a friend contacted me last year. He was actually going through a divorce process, and which affected not only the relationship itself but the way that he was feeling, his health, his work environment was unsufferable, and it was just really he was in a bad place. Initially, he just wanted to talk and he wanted somebody to listen. And I usually do not provide any type of advice unless I'm asked for it because there has to be a time where you say I'm ready to get help. And so I listened as a friend and I offered, I'm here for you, whatever you need. And a couple of weeks later, he reached out and said, I want to better myself. I really need help. What do you do? What do you do to like just have such a peace of mind and have such a like positive outlook to life? So one of the things that we started off was regulating. Breath work was something that resonated with him. He would do it mornings and nights. And also, we incorporated a small meditation because he noticed that anything over 15 minutes was just too much for him. So he started with a meditation that he chose that really resonated with him, and he incorporated it. So you're looking at like doing, he was doing like probably like 20 to 30 minutes of work per day, and that's how we started. So it's nothing compared to all the remaining hours you have in your day. So he was doing it. He started to notice that he was feeling better, more relaxed, and he was having more of a different approach to the situations that were happening around him. So then the next thing was for him to write down what is it that he wanted out of life. So he wrote down a list of things that he wanted. And it was really interesting because a lot of the intentions that were written down were mostly of self concept, of like, feeling a certain way, of being a certain way. Nothing so much about like wanting a relationship or wanting anything material. Although he did want like a job that allowed him to express more of his passions. He's a musician, but is an accountant. So, he wanted more of that opportunity to uh, dedicate time to his passions. So, I told him, it's like, okay, I want you to remind yourself of these things on a daily, mornings, afternoons, and evenings. Remind yourself anytime you have an opportunity. Another thing is like, since a lot of people are not, you meet a lot of people who know a little bit about affirmations but don't really feel comfortable with it. I didn't want him to like affirm all day because it's something new to him. So we just created an overall like umbrella affirmation, which was everything is always working out for me. And it's simple. It's a good one. So he would just say that like anytime that he was going about his day and he would get a negative thought, or you know he would just or encounter something that he didn't like or made him have some sort of emotional reaction. So he did that, and he started to notice like a change in the way people were talking to him, in how friends were coming to him, and how all the support and love that he wasn't feeling a couple of weeks before. So it was really because he kept at it, and within 2 months, so many things changed. Okay, he got a really good job opportunity to open up a business with another friend. And they're actually, to this day, are doing really, really good. And he also has time because he is co-owner of this business with this other friend. So it gives him a lot of opportunity to practice. He plays a guitar. So he practiced a lot and he enjoys it. And he met this wonderful girl, and she is incredible. We all really like her, and they're really happy. He is traveling, and he is just very, very successful. And it was so simple. All he did was, regulate his body to feel comfortable with, to so that he wouldn't have so much of a reaction to the negative that was happening. So he would actually be able to see it and choose what is it that he wanted to entertain. And he decided to entertain only the good things and switch the stories. Obviously, then I explained the mental diet to him, and he's like, okay. And within it was probably like a month or like a month and a half or two where he was doing this work and things were changing. He noticed that the negative thoughts would come, but he was really like saying, yeah, like, I don't, you have no power over me, and I am choosing. And he himself, I didn't even mention this, would start to have inner conversations of the things that he wanted or his power that he hold over his life, and that really helped out. So within like 2 months, he was able to find a great opportunity that gives him time for his passions. He was able to find an incredible partner that is lovely, and they have so much fun together, traveling the world. He looks great, like he just radiates, and his voice, like the difference from that phone call when he was so sad to now is so different. He expresses so much gratitude for everything, and I'm so happy for him. And I wanted to share this success story because you might be asking, well, why didn't he save his marriage? Well, I don't think he really wanted that marriage, and the reason that it kept on going is because he was just forcing something that wasn't clearly something he wanted. And he thought in himself, like, this is something that I think I need to do because I'm married and I've been with this person, but they were both unhappy. And honestly, there wasn't any love in that. There was a respect, but there wasn't love left. And both deserve the opportunity to find someone who they could really love, and he did because he looks incredibly happy. And so you might be thinking, well, a lot of the viewers talk about their specific person wanting, and I'm not saying, if you want somebody, if you like put in the concept that you're this person, that I am loved and I am wanted, and like calm yourself down and accept that love by being choosing the thoughts that are aligned with you being with this person. So, and he was really open to it and was able to bring about a wonderful life. And it was so simple. Like, it was very, very simple. So, again, to recap what he did so that you could put into practice regulating. Regulating could be whether meditation, breath work, yoga, exercise, walks. There's so many ways to regulate, and just like, there's simple breathing techniques. There's so many out there, like breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, and then hold again for 4, and just do it over and over. That's a very simple one. So he would do that. That resonate with him. So find what resonates with you and what really calms you down. You can feel it in your body. Another really good way of regulating, which I personally use, is just kind of sit within myself and like try to put all my intention into my heartbeat, and therefore connect with that powerful, part of us, which is our heart center. So that is a great way. Meditation is really good because it gives you a lot of clarity. Within the clarity, you really start to discover what it is that you truly want, and you could get more focus in what you want. So that was an additional thing that he did. Again, 5, 10 minutes. If you could do an hour, great. But incorporate that so that you could get that clarity and be at peace within your body, within your nervous system, and be able to accept the intentions that you're creating for yourself, anything that you possibly want. And then the next thing is giving attention to your intentions, and discovering like an affirmation, like umbrella affirmations are incredible. They're really helpful. Like, for all of you who really enjoy Neville Goddard, isn't it wonderful is a great one. Everything is always working out for me. I am perfectly aligned with all my desires. I am in control and in charge, and everything is always happening for me. So these umbrella affirmations really help so that you don't have to have doing these lists and lists and lists. Give attention to what it is, to the specifics, of course, but you don't have to. And again, like if you want to robotically affirm all day, that's perfectly fine. If that is something that resonates with you, go ahead and do that. But if you're, excuse me, if that is something that, if you prefer something that is simpler and gives you more time throughout your day, and you don't have to really think about it and cause you some sort of stress, use an umbrella affirmation, but give attention to your intentions, at least mornings and evenings if you can. And then just get clear with what you want. Get really clear and focus and choose your thoughts wisely. The negative thoughts are going to come, but remember, most of your negative thoughts are not even true. A lot of the things that we think throughout the day are not true. So you get to decide what is true and what is not. Okay. So this was an incredible success story from a dear friend who knows nothing about Neville, law of assumption, affirmations, any of that techniques, but he was able to incorporate and make it so easy. And now he is choosing to expand his mind. And he recently went to a retreat. He was so excited to tell me all about it. And it's really interesting how, we had one thing in common growing up and being friends, but now we have an additional thing that is growing with us. And these are the people who grow with us. And, there comes a point that you might leave a lot of people, as you start to develop yourself and get to know yourself. And then there's those people that grow with you. And this is a very special success story for me, and I'm really happy for him. And I know that he's going to achieve so much more happiness. I know the next thing is probably a wedding. I'm pretty sure that wedding is coming very, very soon because they're very, very in love. So get focused. What is it that you want? Put attention to it. Become the person. Make it simple for you. What works for you? And yeah, if you're wanting to learn and you're wanting the support, yeah, if there's videos that you like that just make you feel good, watch them. If there's people that resonate with you, follow them. But choose what works for you, and don't be constantly grasping for more and more and more and more. It's very, very simple. And within the next following weeks, I will be telling you of my own personal journey in the past couple of months and how I've been able to change my life, not only in career, relationship, friendships, wonderful friendships, opportunities, experiences, knowledge. I will be sharing that with you and how I do it, and also the what I'm incorporating into my coaching. Please remember that I am available for coaching. My time slots are limited, but I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of new faces and all the existing faces. So happy and grateful that you're around. And yeah, I'll be seeing you more often. And thank you for all the love and support always. And yeah, I intend everything works out for you perfectly, and it's easy and simple, and most importantly, effortless. Okay? You have a great day. Bye.